members, this is Marcia. I have another core strength and stretch class for you. We are going to be on the floor to start with. Make sure you have water in your towel. You know the drill by now, I hope. Some weights would be good, water bottles, anything you have to lift. We're going to warm up our core, and we are going to concentrate a little bit more today on the last portion of class, which is our stretch. So let's come on our back, bring your knees to your chest. On your exhale, just round that low back. On the exhale, you bring your knees to your chest. Really use the palms of your hands to push a little bit of extra pressure onto the shins. Breathe through it. And put your feet to the edges of the mat. Let's go ahead and windshield wiper those legs. Opening up the hips, getting a little mobility going. Nice and easy. Slow does it here. No sense in going fast sometimes when we stretch or when we warm up. Here we go. Let's lift the knees, tabletop position. Palms up, arms away from the floor. Inhale, knees towards the chest. Exhale, push the knees over your hips. Keep your back connected to the floor. Maybe your knees can come a little bit in front of your hips. Just hold it there for a couple breaths, and then we do that 2 more times. So we're warming up our core here. You should feel that really low pelvic floor working here. Warming up the core. Always a wonderful thing to do before we start our strength class. Last one coming up here. Breathe. And release, feet down. We're going to bring our arms overhead and then slowly roll up to a seated, lengthen the spine, arms up. As you come down, I want you to squeeze your glutes, tuck your tailbone under, and slowly roll down 1 vertebrae at a time. Here we go, up with a nice reach. And then relax the arms in front of you, bend the elbows a little bit so you take the pressure out of your shoulders. We're going to do that 2 more times. And if you cannot keep your feet on the floor, you know there is always an option of just keeping your hands behind your thighs, getting yourself up off the floor. All right, stay up here. Feet are down. All we are going to do is kind of bring our arms over to one side and then the other. So a Russian twist, working the obliques. As I come to my left, I am really pressing my right hip into that floor so I can feel it through the obliques, through the sides. 1 more to each side. Here we go. Last one. And we release. Good. Come back down onto your back, feet tabletop position. My right leg goes out, and my right arm comes overhead. Then I'm going to switch. Now, the closer that leg is to the floor, keep switching and alternating, right? The more your core is working. If this is uncomfortable for your low back, just keep your foot either a little bit off the floor or the knee can be bent. Here we go. Do a few more. Stabilizing through the core, keeping both hips on the floor, both shoulders. Release, bring the knees to the chest. We're going to do the same thing but with a hold. My left hand is going to push against my left thigh. My right arm and my right leg stay extended. I really want you to press palm into thigh, thigh into palm. This is going to warm up your core very, very quickly. And we are going to switch. Left arm overhead, left leg long, right hand press into that thigh. Really, really make it count. It's amazing what you feel in your abs, right? When you do just this. Press, press. And we release. Knees to the chest. Good. Keeping your feet on the floor, hip width apart. Left fingertips to the base of the skull. Left elbow is open. My right hand reaches for the outside of my right foot. My shoulder blades are slightly lifted. I'm sweeping from side to side. 2 more. We're going to do 8 on each side. Here we go. We switch to the left. 8. Exhale as you reach. Right, squaring off the shoulders. We are concentrating on the obliques here, right above that hip bone. We switch. We go 6. Keep breathing. And 4. Feel the squeeze above the right hip. 1 and switch. Go 6. 4. Right elbow open. 2 and 1. We go for 4 on the right. Even if you're not with me, you know the drill, you know the counts. Do it at your own pace. 2 more. 8 pulses on the right. We go. 8, 7. Give me 4. Open up the elbow. 2 and 1. Left. 8. Right elbow open. Give me 4. Here we go. We go for 6. Really reach. 2 and 1. Left. 6. 2 and 1. 4. Last set. 3, 2, 1. To the left. 4, 3. And head is down. You should feel that, right? You should feel that. Alrighty, we are going to come on over onto all fours. Towel can be out of the way. Give me on all fours. First, give me a couple cat-cows. So you inhale, you lengthen the spine, you look up slightly on the exhale. Squeeze the glutes, start the rounding from the tailbone, not your mid-back, not your upper back. One little vertebrae at a time. Last one. And we release. Good. Curl your toes under. We're going to lift our hips up and push them back. Here we go. We are in down dog. Pedal out your feet. Warm up the calves a little bit. Here we go. From the down dog, I'm going to press my hips back, touch my right ankle with my left hand, and then I switch. If you cannot touch your ankles, just touch anything on your legs. Here we go. We're coming into a plank. Hips up and back. Left hand to right ankle, and then right hand to left ankle. Come back into the plank. Pull up the belly. Push the hips up and back. Right ankle with the left hand, and then we switch. Do it again. Plank. Pull up your thighs. Hold the plank here. I want the elbows, the inside of the elbows, to come to the front, to the center. So don't let those elbows come back. You want to rotate them forward. Here we go again. Left hand to the right ankle, and then we go up, back into the plank for a hold. Pull up your thighs. Press your palms into the floor. Hold it for 4. We reach back and we touch, up. Last one, touch. Good. Stay into the plank. I want you to come onto your forearms, but your forearms are going to be in a parallel position. This helps me open up my chest and keep my back active. If your hips are lower than your shoulders, you should be able, without moving the hips, lower the knees to the floor. You will feel that gravity kind of pulling the stomach down to the floor. That's what we're resisting. Belly is up. Here we go for 4. And 3. Hips are still. Give me 2 more. Last one. Good. Drop both knees. Push the hips back. Lengthen the arms. Lengthen the back. And back onto all fours. Look over your right shoulder towards your right foot. Come through the center, over to the other side. We release. Good. Curls are curled under, lifting the knees off the floor, coming into our first bear plank. Here we go. Lift and hold. You should start feeling this in the quads a little bit as well. Your arms are active, your belly is active. Press the pad of the index finger and the thumb into the floor. Knees are down, uncurl the toes, push your hips back. We have one more bear plank. That will come later in the day, a bear plank. Here we go. Then I did not set a good example on that one. All right, all fours. Spread out the fingers, curl the toes under, and lift up the knees. You want to make sure that you carry your weight evenly between your hands and your toes. So we want to make sure our shoulders stay over our wrists. Our knees stay lifted, our belly is lifted, so my core is very active. That means my breath is coming a little bit higher into my chest. See if you can rotate those biceps, the inside of your elbows, a little bit more to the front. You feel the back engage. Knees down, uncurl, push back. All right, good work. We're staying in all fours, working our back a little bit in the pointer pose. Right arm front, left leg back. Now reach the fingertips away from my left heel. I'm pushing up my belly away from the floor. And elbow to knee. Hold it here. Extend again. Come into your diagonal. Right arm a little bit to the right, left leg a little bit to the left. Very stable in that core, front and back. Right arm down, left knee comes towards the chest, and we're going to go ahead and shift all our weight into our other side. Right hand, left leg is down, left arm front, right leg back. Now push yourself up away from that floor. Use the right palm. Thumb is up to the ceiling. Elbow to knee. Start rounding. Hold it here. Lengthen. Breathe. Open up a little bit. So it's maybe 30 degrees that I'm moving the arm and the leg out. Don't lose the height from the belly to the floor. We come front and back, left hand down, right knee towards our chest. And we release. Good. Coming down on our belly. Working our back just a little bit more. I like to get about 15 minutes of core in before we start anything. Alrighty. Hands right next to the shoulders. Elbows pressed back. Open the feet a little bit wider. Keep the feet on the floor. Squeeze the butt. Lift the chest. Up. We hold. Shoulder blades down towards your hips. And we release. We're going to do that 2 more times. A little variation coming up if you want it. Coming up. And let the hands go. Keep the height in the chest. Feet are down. And we release. Make sure before you come up that you squeeze the butt muscles, right? Protect that low back. The third and final one, coming up without using the hands at all. Here we go. Exhale. Lift and hold. Look at the floor. We release. Arms overhead. A little bit into a V. Elbows are relaxed. My legs opening up to the edges of the mat. I am going to squeeze the butt, lift the legs, flex my feet, point my feet, and lower the legs. We go again. Lift up, point, flex, point, and down. Do it again, and lift. See if you can get height without bending the knees too much. Here we go, and we lift, and we flex, and we point, and we lower. One more. Lift, flex, point, and lower. Excellent. Close up the feet just a little bit. Close up the arms so they're not in a V position anymore. We are going to lift opposite hand, opposite leg, and then we lower. So we reach. I still want the length from the fingertips to the toes. I want both hips to stay on the floor. My belly button stays on the floor. And release again. Bring it up, press into the palm that's on the floor. That will help you create a little bit more height. Up. And release. Lift. We have two more. Come on, make this your best one. Lift and reach. And release. Last one. Up. And release again. Hands right next to the shoulders. We're going to come up and just press your hips back again, like we did in the beginning. This should feel good, right? A couple of breaths. And then slowly, hands down, bring your head above your heart, nice and easy before you come up so we don't get dizzy. Grab a little water. Alrighty, let's work a little bit more on our legs. What we're gonna do, like runners, first our left leg stays on the floor, our right leg will be the moving one. So what we're going to do, right leg back, left knee bends, my upper back is tight, and then I push up through that left heel, left glute is active. So I want you to go slow. Here we go, we do 4 total. This is my third one. I want you to press your hips back, really work that belly up towards your spine. Keep your chest lifted. Here we go, last one. Don't put your right foot down. Lengthen that right leg back. Right arm overhead. Hopefully you have a nice long line through the upper body, legs and arms. 4 total, so everything is in force. Hop, reach. My left knee is nice and soft. I keep pressing into the left heel. And I squeeze my right butt cheek on the extension. That will help keep that low back nice and safe. Last one. And we come up. Keep that right knee up. Bring the left hand across the right thigh. My right arm kind of comes around my low back. I come into a little bit of a twist. Press the back of your right hand into the left hip for more rotation. And then we release. Shake out the legs. Good. We're going to come into a sumo squat. So my legs are nice and wide. My toes are slightly turned out. My hips push back. My palms together. And I'm holding it here. Holding it here. Now press your palms together. See if you can lift your chest a little bit like that. Stay in your sumo squat, which means my hips are slightly lower than my knees. Belly is active. You should be able to wiggle your toes. And exhale. Pressing up. Good. Release. We're going to do that one more time. Opening up those legs. Pushing our hips back. First, come into your sumo squat. Press the hips back. Here we go. Down. Hold. Palms together. Press the palms. You should feel a little bit of heat coming into the chest and into that upper back. Here we go. Wiggle the toes. Press into the palms just a little bit more, create more heat. On the exhale, firing up. Excellent work. Other side. So I'm on my right leg. My left leg goes back. All right, like runners. Come deep into that right leg. Press up through the right heel. And we do it again. Down. And press up. Good. Inhale on the way down. Exhale on the way up. I have one more. 4 of each. Down. And bring it up. Good. We're going to go into the extension. Left leg back. Left arm overhead. Come into the length. And then keep that left leg lifted, right? So during this whole exercise, my left leg has not touched the floor. So lots of heat into that right leg, hamstring, glute. Here we go. Remember your glute, your butt, most powerful muscle in your body. So we are going to work it today. Give me one more. And then remember to keep that right knee up. We're going to go into a little bit of a twist. Hup. Good. Extend that right arm across. Bring the left hand behind the low back. Here we go. Give yourself a nice full twist. And we release. We're going to shake out the legs. Kick the butt with your heels. Releasing the quads. Grab a little water. For our arms, we're going to do lots of repetitions. I want you to keep the weights nice and light. Nothing overly crazy. Alrighty. So, we are going to think about our upright row, right? Should be easy getting started. I want your legs hip width apart. I want you to think from the waist down. That is the tree trunk. Stability. Butt is squeezed. Belly is pulled back against the spine. Here we go. We do 2 more. Up and hold. Up and hold. 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 Let's pulse. Up and up. As you bring the weights up, I want you to think about the shoulder blades pressing down towards the hips. Give me 4, 3. Keeping the arms in front, we extend and in. So my elbows stay below my shoulders. If I look at you from the front, I should see a nice diagonal through the arms. Your palms are facing back, knuckles to the front. Out of my peripheral vision, I absolutely see those arms moving. Right? Don't let them disappear behind you. You will have more stability in your core. Here we go, last one. Out and hold. And we're going again. Lift. Give me 4 more. 4 and 3 and 1. We go again. Upright. Now watch. Out. Turn the palms to the front. Now we're going to bring those elbows behind you. We're going to extend. We're going to bring the palms to the floor and release. Do it again. Bring it up. Extend. Palms to the front. Elbows behind you. Watch for the arch. Really use the core. Palms to the floor. Slow for the release. Slow being the key. Up. Bring it out. Palms to front. Palms stay front. Elbows squeeze back. Palms front. Now turn them to the floor and slowly release. You should start feeling your arms and out right about now. Palms front. Elbows squeeze behind you. And open. Palms down. And release. Everything we do here, your arms stay. Your whole arm stays below your shoulders. We are not working the shoulders until the end. Slowly down. Bring it up. Use the shoulder blades here. Keep squeezing them together. Up and press and open. Release and down. Just give me one more. Up. Bring it out. Turn the palms. Squeeze. Release and down. And bring it down. Good. Give yourself a little bit of a shoulder roll, a little bit of a neck roll, whatever you need here. Good. We are not done, right? Arms up, elbows are slightly bent, kind of a Pec Fly. Bring it down and open up. So squeeze the elbows towards the center and up. Give me two more and lift. One more and lift. Bring it in. Weights together, elbows together, right in front, lift and up. And forward. Give me four more. Triceps, right? Delt. Last one. Release. We from the top. Bring it up. And squeeze. And up. So my elbows are coming to the center. And up. Last one. And bring it in together. Let's 8. Knees are soft, right? Belly is tight. There is no arch in my lower back. And 2, third and final for this one. Release and bring it up. Good. Squeeze. So now your muscles are tired. They are burning. My lactic acid is setting in. You gotta breathe. Get the oxygen going to the working muscles. Release. Weights together. Elbows together. Lift. 4. Give me 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. Release. Shake it out. Good. More arms coming up. So I'm working only with a 3, and I can definitely feel my arms. I want you to focus on core, not weights right here. Form and core. In front, right? Thumbs together. Then I open up, and my pinkies are together. Big circles. Up, about a little lower than belly button. Right here. As I come up, maybe in front of my chin. Not too high. And low. And bring it up. And make full, nice circles. Focus on every once in a while, see if you can wiggle the fingers. We don't want a total death grip on those weights. It will bring our blood pressure up, which is what we don't want. We want the opposite. Here we go. Give me 2 more full circles. And up, down, and bring it up. And we release. Excellent. Shake it out again. We're going to bring the arms front, below our shoulders, palms up and down. Again, up, down. Keep your elbows soft. If you reach too far, you're going to round your shoulder blades and pull your low back out of alignment. So I really want to see, again, imagine my hand pressing gently into your low back. So instead of pushing out, I want you to tuck it under, keeping the glutes squeezed. Up, up. Give me 4. And 3. Here we go. 2. And 1. And release. Pick up heavier weights. We're going to do a few rows. We're going to come into more of a split step. Start working your right arm first. My left hand leans. Up. Here we go. Elbow back. Right shoulder in line with the left. Last one. Now wide row. Up. Elbow to the side. 2. Here we go. 2 more. And 4. Narrow row. Elbow to the back. Stabilize your core. Your upper body should not move at all. Last one, wide row. This is our second set, and you know how many we have. Exactly, we have 3, so just one more. We go 4. The elbows almost graze my rib cage. Last one coming up. Now open up the elbows, the palms should be to you. And work the back as though my armpits want to come down to the floor. Excellent work. Here we go. Hold on. Open up the legs. And we're going to go down. And let's get ready to pulse. We go 8. And 6. Give me 4. Squeeze the glutes. 3, 2, 1. Very slowly, we're going to come up. Here we go. 4 and 3, 2. We stand. We switch hands. 4 narrow rows. Left arm. And 2. Belly is tight. Elbow. Up. And up. Not behind you. It's up towards the ceiling. 4. Now it comes behind you in that narrow row. Left shoulder. 2. Square it off. 1. And elbow up. So you are looking well in front of the right toe. Last set. I want to keep my neck extending through the spine. I don't want to tuck my chin in towards my chest. Give me 4. Give me 2. Give me 1. Release back to the Sumo Squat. Just hold on to that weight. Open up your feet nice and wide. Toes slightly turned down. We're going again. Hop. And we hold. Can you drop your hips just below your knees? Can you wiggle your toes? Give me 8. Belly tight. Give me 4. 3, 2, 1. Slowly up for 4, 3, 2. And last one. Alrighty. Come into a little bit of a balance here with a little twist. Good for your low back. Good for your core. Alrighty. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and stand on our left leg, right? Right leg up. So I want you to lift yourself up out of that floor. Arms open to the side. And my arms stay in line with my shoulders as I twist to the right. Then I come back. I'm going to twist to the left as well. Keep your right knee in line with your right hip. Again, to the left. Nice and slow. Keep breathing. Just concentrate. Use the core. Here we go. One more right and one more left. And up. And to the left. And we release. Put the right foot down. Bring your left leg behind you. Feet, toes, and heels should be parallel. This is just to stretch your calf. Because we're going to go on the other side. Right leg down. Left leg is up. Arms in line with our shoulders. So we really have a total of 6, right? 3 to each side. Really try to get that upper trunk rotation moving. This should feel good through the rib cage. Here we go. I have one more to the left. I have one more to the right. And then I put that left foot down and I stretch the right calf, making sure toes and heels are in line. So what I'm doing is I'm pressing that right heel down and I'm leaning forward towards my left thigh, not letting that right heel go. And we release. Already, shake it out. We are going to grab one about medium weight. We're going to keep that into our right hand. I'm going to show you the exercise really, really quick. Feet a little bit wider than hip width. Right arm stays up. Now, I'm going to bring my left hand down to the floor. I'm going to look up towards that right hand. Do you see it's extended from that shoulder? And then I'm going to come up. Again, keep lifting. Press. If you have to, you can bend, right? The knees a little bit. Here we go, down again. So I'm stretching, I'm using my arm, I'm using my core, up, and coming up. Again, down. Give me two more, give me two more. As you come up, I want you to come up using the exhale and using the core. Good. On the edges of the weight, elbows out and bring them in and out. Good. Give me four more. Four. As you bring the elbows in, really squeeze the palms into the edges of the weights. Last one, in and hold, and we're going to lift. Up. As I look at you from the side, I should not see that upper body rounding through the shoulder blades. I am still working the shoulder blades down towards the hips. Keep the elbows squeezed towards the center. 3, 2, and 1. Again, elbows out and squeeze. Here we go. We have 3 more. And squeeze. 2 more. Are your knees soft? Is your body in line? 1 more squeeze with a hold. We go 6. Open the chest. 2 more. And 1. We go out for 4. Open. And 2. Last one. Good. Give me 1 more squeeze and a hold. We go 4. Give me 2 and 1, and we release. Alrighty. We have the other side coming up, right? The left shoulder. So we're going to bring it up. Keep it up. Now look up at that weight as you bring the right hand down and bring it up. Here we go again. Slow, slow. And up. Again. Down for the touch and up through the heels. And you can see I am rotating my palm here towards the back, right? I am protecting that rotator cuff by doing that. Down and bring it up. Again, down with a twist. Let's do 1 more. I have to be very honest with you. I did not count how many we did on the first side, but you can always rewind and do it again. Not a big deal, right? Come into heavy weights. Drink a little bit if you need to. Let's do heavy, heavy weights. Alrighty. Biceps, triceps with lunges. Left leg front, right leg back. Remember, we are on the railroad track, not a tightrope. Feet hip width apart, and step that right foot to the back. Now just settle yourself in. As you can see, I am hopping around a little bit. Also want to make sure that I am on the camera. I'm going to go down. That right knee almost touches the floor. I'm going for 4, 3. Good. Hammer curls, palms to you, thumbs up. 4. And we go. Is that left quad, the thigh parallel to the floor? Here we go, palms up for 4. If not, you have to come deeper into your lunge. 2. And 1, hammer curl, palms to center, thumbs up. 2. Here we go. Last set. Keep those elbows under the shoulders. Don't press them behind you. So my triceps are kind of keeping the upper arm in line. Here we go, last one. Hup. And 2. And 4. Release. Step that right foot in a little bit. I am going to hinge from the hip, keeping my upper body nice and long. We're going to do 8 lifts. And 3, 2, and 1. Release. Bring the elbow up. Tricep extension. Bend the elbow and come down. Again, elbow up. Keep the elbow up in the extension. Wrist under the elbow, 90 degree. Here and here. Last one. Up and extend, coming in and down. We go again. Palms up, hinging from the hip. We go 8. Extend the neck. Belly is in. 2, 1. Release. We have another one. Coming up. Up. Extend. Keep that right shoulder squared off. Up. Out. In. Release. Give me up. In. Release. I think I have one more. I might have counted a little bit wrong. And release. We're going to come into the other side. Starting in the lunge. Right leg front. Left leg back. All right. Ready? Let's go down. Good. Now, up. Halfway down. Top of the bicep is working. One more. Lower it all the way. Bottom half. The bottom part of my bicep. 2 more. Watch that right leg. Parallel to the floor. Top half. Second set. Hop. 2. Here we go. Wiggle the fingers every once in a while. 4. Release. Hop. So your forearms should be parallel to the floor. Here we go. Top half. Hop. Halfway down. 4. Release. Keep the elbows under the shoulders. 2. Last one. Hop. Release. Coming into the hinge. Let's do one lift because then we have 3 sets. So we're going to start with our tricep extensions. Here we go. Hop and lift. In and down. Again. Hop. In and down. 2 more. Lift. Extend. Keep that elbow up and down. Hop. Last one. All right, last one. Tricep lift. Here we go. Give me 8. 5. Belly is working overtime. 2 more. 1. Good. All right, we did 3 of those. We're going to do 3 of the tricep extensions. See if you can do it, both arms. I would close up your thighs a little bit more, your feet. Again, hinging. Here we go. Only 4. Hop. We have 3. Push through it. We're almost ready to go back down to the floor. Working a little more core. Getting into the shoulders. Hop. Extend. Down. Release. Alrighty. Come down to the floor. I am going to come into a plank on my hands. So this is going to work my shoulders as well as my core. Now, in your plank, center shoulders. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drop my hip. Hold on one sec. I want to be on my forearms. Let's come on the forearms. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop my hips. What I want you to be aware of is the edges of my feet, the inside and the outside of my feet, have to come to the floor, right? So lift and drop. Here we go. Come with me. Lift, drop to one side, and lift, and drop. Keep the shoulders and the elbows in line, and up. Give me 4 more. Drop, and lift, and lift. 2. Up. Last one. Good. Push back. Push back. So in that first one, I kept my feet open, right? I'm going to change it up. I'm going to narrow your platform a little bit more. So my feet, as I drop them to one side, are going to be stacked. It's just one foot. The outside, the outer blade of one foot that's on the floor. So if you want to watch, this is what it's going to look like. Hop, up. Do you see my feet stacked together? Here we go. We have 8 total at your own pace. Drop and up. So I'm keeping my legs close together, my feet together. Here we go. I have 3 more left. You do what you have to do to finish your 8. Last one, up, pushing back. Good. Take a couple breaths. Alrighty. We're going to come into kind of a bridge. Sort of. Your elbows and your shoulders and your wrists are going to be in line. My fingertips are going to be turned out to the side, right? Feet open up. I'm going to lift, hop, release, but don't touch the floor. Here we go for 8. You're going to feel your shoulders. This is core work as well. Here we go. Lift it high. Hop and down. Feel the glutes. Feel the hamstrings. Feel the shoulders. This is full body. I think I have 2 more left. That sounds about right. And we go last one up. And we release. All right. Watch for the next move. I'm making it a little bit harder here. Right? I'm staying. Hop. Touch. Hop. Touch. Ooh. 8 total. Here we go. I'm not going to talk. I'm just going to do hop, opposite arm, opposite leg. Here we go. I have 2 more. 2. The last one. And we release. Good. Alrighty. Obliques. Again. One arm is going to come out to the side. Bend the elbow. The forearm is going to stay on the floor. Right? In line with my shoulder. My legs are long. Left fingertips are on your right hip. Behind my skull. Now, I'm going to come up. Here. And then release. Come up. And release. Keep your legs off the floor. Hop. And release. Come on. Release. 2 more. Hop. Down. Bring it up. And down. Excellent work. Here we go. Forearms stacked. Into my plank. Coming into a side plank, reaching up, coming back into my forearms, and I'm going to shift over to the other side. Here we go. Keep that hip lifted. Keep the elbow and the shoulder in line. Lifting up and through. 4 more. Hop. Good. Keep the ear away from the shoulder. Lift and down. Hop. 1 more. 1 more. We go up. And we release. Left side for our crunches. Here we go. In line. Legs are lifted. Press and release. And release. Now see if you can come up fast. And coming down is a little bit slower. Hop. Oh yeah. And release. 3 more, 3 more. Exhale. Come down. Last one. Hop. And we release. Excellent work. We're going to stretch. Alrighty? I would like you to come on your back. I want you to bring your knees to your chest. And circle your knees. Circle your knees a little bit. Let's put some music on. Little Mozart. Then rock your knees side to side. And your breath should start slowing down. Both knees back to your chest. And maybe you can bring your nose up towards your knees. Good. Everything coming down. Left knee towards the left shoulder. Go ahead and switch, right knee to right shoulder. Hope everybody had a good workout. Good. Right ankle on top of the left knee. I want you to gently press your right hand into that right inner thigh, opening it up. And then reach behind that left thigh. Bring the knees towards the chest. Maybe your right elbow can gently press that right inner thigh a little bit more open. Put the left foot down and cross your right knee over the left, bringing both knees over to the left. If you want a little more, your left hand can press the legs closer towards the floor, and you can look over the right shoulder. Whenever you are ready to bring your breath in and out through the nose, go ahead and do so. Back to the center, switch. Left knee over the right, bring it back to the left. Feel it a little bit different into that hip, into the psoas. Just breathe through it. And then we come back to the center. Extend your legs. Open your arms into a T without moving my torso. So from hips to shoulders, I am straight. Walking my legs out to the left, flexing my feet. You should feel the outside of that right hip stretching. And then we release. Let's come right knee to right shoulder. Here we go. Right ankle on top of the left knee. Nope, I was wrong. It is the left ankle on top of the right knee. We go behind. Whoop. And we push towards our chest. Flex that left foot. Eases up on the kneecap a little bit. Right foot is down. Just cross the left over the right, both knees to the right. And so acknowledge that one side is probably going to be a little bit easier than the other. And all we have to do here is just accept that simple fact, because that is totally okay. You can look over the left shoulder. Knees back to the center, cross your right over your left, come back to the right. You have a little less room here, a little less range of motion. You should feel it a little more into that low back on the left side and then the outside of the left hip. Release. All right, open up into that T, keeping your torso still. We are walking the legs over to the right. And again, you will feel one side a lot more. This is definitely my tighter side. So I just hang in there. I breathe a lot deeper and a lot more self-conscious than I did on the other side. And then we release. Come on your right side, legs stacked. I am going to grab the left ankle, closing up the thighs and the knees, pressing my left hip to the front. So you feel what? Hip flexor, upper quad. And just go ahead, roll over to the other side. So from the side, I should be kind of like a pencil. Knees and thighs stacked. And then we release, stay on your back. If you have a strap here or a band or tie, awesome. Bend both knees. Put the straps behind the feet if you have to. And then we're going to lengthen both legs, keeping the tailbone on the floor. What do we feel here? Hamstrings. All right, drop the left leg to the floor. Bring the right leg across for our IT band stretch. From the outside of our right hip to the outside of our right knee. We release. Let's come back into that hamstring stretch. Let's see if the second time around it's a little bit easier. I want you to keep your feet flexed so we really use the back of our legs here. Release the right leg. Keep that left leg up and bring it across. Anchor down the left shoulder as much as you can. And on top of the hamstring, if you feel it in the low back, a little bit in the rib cage, even the left calf can get a good stretch here. And then we release. We're going to bring ourselves up to a seated. Our legs out in front. Good. Arms nice and long. All I'm going to do is bring your right ear to your right shoulder. What do you feel? You feel that whole left side stretching, right? You got to keep looking to the front. Now gently just roll, tuck the chin under, roll your chin down, and then the left ear to the left shoulder. Reach out with that right hand. Get that extension going. And hands on the thighs. Good. Just roll your shoulders front, up, and back. And then back, up, front, and down. We are done. I hope you enjoyed it. Let's keep up the good work, and hopefully we'll see each other live very soon. Stay healthy, stay safe, and I will see you next time.